It's time to get familiar with Cisco Packet Tracer. What should we do to download this application? Just go to google.com and type this Cisco Packet Tracer download, and you will see the list of several sources, download sources. The first of them is www.netacad.com. It means networkacademy.com. This is a Cisco website for Network Academy. You can download this Cisco Packet Tracer from this website. Just go to this website and you'll open the page like this. In order to download Cisco Packet Tracer, we need account at cisco.com, Cisco Network Academy website. If you have your Cisco account, just press login button and log in to your account. If you don't have a Cisco account, just register a new account, because it will not be possible to install Cisco Packet Tracer without registration on this website. After registration or after login, you will be forwarded to this page. This is your cabinet. As you can see, my name is here on the upper right corner, and when I log into this cabinet, I go to resources and press download packet tracer. As I press this button, the system forwards me to this website, and here's a list of Cisco packet tracers. As you can see, we have version for Windows desktop, 64-bit operating system or 32-bit operating system. We have Cisco Packet Tracer for Linux and Mac OS, and mobile versions also. For now, we need this Cisco Packet Tracer for our computer. My system is 64-bit operating system, so I have pressed this button and downloaded this application on my computer. After downloading this application and installing this application, during the launch, when you press on this, double click on this application to launch this, the system will require you to sign in again. You'll sign in again, and you will be able to open your application, Cisco Packet Tracer. Now my application is already opened. As you can see, here is a whiteboard where we can create our desirable networks. Here in the bottom left corner, we can see a lot of buttons, a lot of options. If I navigate to this window, here what we can see here, network devices. I press here, we can see network devices. I press here on the right, and you can see end devices. End devices means I press on end devices. End devices means some, usually computers, phones, and so on. PC, as you can see, pay attention on this part. When I press here, I can see the explanation over here in the bottom. I press PC, I can see the explanation, PC, PT. I press laptop, I can see the explanation here, laptop, and so on. Let's create a simple network diagram. I need a PC, any PC. I choose this PC and press left button of my mouse on the empty space. Just press this and press here again, and my PC appears on the whiteboard here. What we need else? I click here, network devices. Here's the list of network devices. We can see routers here, we can see switches, we can see hubs, wireless devices, security devices, WAN emulation. For now we need switches. I press on switches, and here's a list of, we have a list of some switches here. For instance, let's take this one, 2960 model. As you can see, I can just press and hold the left button of my mouse and just drag this device here. Or I just press the left button of my mouse here and just press again here. There are two methods of moving devices from this panel to the whiteboard. Drag and drop, or press and press again. In order to delete these devices, or to remove these devices from the whiteboard, we press this button first. This button, delete. The cursor of my mouse has been changed, as you can see, and I just click once. Click, click, just one click. And then I should return to the selection mode. In order to return to the selection mode, I press this button on the upper left corner. Select, as you can see, the name of this is select. I press this button here. Now we have two devices, PC and simple network switch, layer 2 network switch. We can rename the switch. Just click here and rename the switch. Switch, for example, switch 1. Or any name, you can give any name. So I can do the same here. Just press here and rename this device. Okay, let's add different switches here. For example, we have layer 3 switches. 3650 model. This is the modular switches. This is a simple switch. This is a modular switch. Just drag and drop. We need two of them. First one and the second one. We can also move them on the whiteboard, change their locations, up, down, left, right, anywhere, wherever you want. Let's rename it. Switch 2. Now this switch 3. Okay, it's done. And let's add router here. We go here on the menu, choose routers. In the list of routers we can see a lot of routers here. Let's choose 2911 model. Drag and drop here. Okay, now we have 5 devices on the whiteboard. Let's create connection between these devices. In order to create connection between these devices, we can choose this button, connections. When I press on this button, connections, we have some sort of connections. If I navigate my mouse on each window, on the right side, as I explained before, on the right side we can see the explanation of each window. As you can see, this is automatically choose connection type. This connection type is console connection. This is copper straight through, copper crossover, fiber connection, phone connection, coaxial connection, serial connection, etc., etc. If we don't know which connection to use, we can choose just automatic connections, and the system will choose this connection for us automatically. Just press this button. We just press on this and press here once and press here once. The system automatically chooses the cable type for us. And here we can see the labels. The labels indicating on which port this cable, to which port these cables are connected to. So faster than 0 means that this computer has port named fast Ethernet 0, and this cable is connected to this port. Faster than 01 means that this cable, this end of this cable, is connected to the switch faster than 01's port. We can choose, we can separate them from each other. Okay, let's connect this switch with this switch, this switch with this switch, this switch with this switch, and this switch with this router. Choose automatic connection, one click and one click. This once, this one click, one click. This connection, one click, one click. That's all. All devices are connected. All devices are connected. Also, if you don't want to see these labels here, you can disable these labels from the menu. To do that, go to Options, Preferences, and uncheck this option. Always show port labels in logical workspace. Just uncheck it and close this window, and everything is unchecked. Okay, let's turn it back. I need them. Preferences. Always show port labels in logical workspace. Close. That's okay. Also, as you can see, these ports, green means that there is already connection between these two devices. Red means that there is no any connectivity. Why there is no any connectivity? Because these devices are layer 3 devices, and they are not have power supplies installed by default. We should install power supplies on these devices in order to switch them on. So we just click once on this device in the physical menu here, physical. As you can see, we have empty space here. As this switch is modular switch, it has a module for power supply. Power supply is over here. We need to install this power supply in this module, in this port. Just drag and drop this power supply, that's all. Click here, drag and drop this power supply, and close. And we should wait several seconds to these switches to come online. As you can see, the lights change their colors, and they'll be green soon. But what about these routers? Connection between the router and switch. The ports on router are disabled by default. So we need to manually enable these ports. For example, this switch is connected to this router's gigabit 00 port. So we should go to the router and enable this gigabit 00 port. Otherwise, it will not work. As you can see here, we already have green indicators. It means that our devices are connected to each other and everything is online. But this indicator means, as you can see, the color is amber. It means that as this switch has two routes, two connections to two switches, one of this connection must be backup connection. One of this connection is main connection. The second must be backup connection. That's why this color is amber. It's on the idle mode currently. Currently it's on idle mode. This line doesn't work for now. If this fails, it will be online. Okay? Okay, all devices are ready except this connection between router and this switch. Okay, let's do the following. Click on this router, go to CLI. CLI means command line interface. Open this window. As you can see, this is command line interface of the router, as if you are connected via telnet or via console cable to this router. Just press here no after configuration. As you can, if you know, this router or every Cisco device has three modes. This is the user mode router. We are at the user mode right now. This means user mode. In order to enable port, we need to enable this port. We need to enable gigabit 00 port. In order to enable this port, we need to go to global configuration mode. But to go to global configuration mode, we need to first go to privilege mode. So we have three modes: user mode, privilege mode, and global configuration mode. But we are now at user mode, but in order to enable port, we should go to global configuration mode. But we should first go to privilege mode and after go to global configuration mode. So to go to privilege mode, we should type enable. We should type enable, and we are in global. We are in privilege mode now. As you can see, this indicator changed. The sign changed. This means user mode. This means privilege mode. But from privilege mode, we are going to the global configuration mode by typing config terminal. We are typing config terminal, and we are going to global configuration mode. Can you see? It's changed. Router, this part is changed. Config, and this sign. It means that we are under global configuration mode. Under this mode, we can enable our port. How to enable this port? Just go to this port, interface. I'll just type this. Interface gigabit. I press tab button. And system automatically completes what I've typed here. Type G, press tab button, and system automatically completes all the word I've typed here. Interface gigabit 0/0, right? 0/0. Press enter. We are under interface. As you can see, we are under interface 0/0. We were in global configuration mode and went to the config, to the interface mode. We are under interface mode. We entered under interface mode, gigabit Ethernet 00, and from this mode, from this interface, we can just enable this. Just pressing no shutdown. We are typing no shutdown, and we have just enabled this mode. We have enabled this interface, gigabit Ethernet 00. As you can see, line protocol interface gigabit Ethernet 00 change state to up. Okay, it's good. Now we can close this. As you can see, the lights turn to green, and now connection between these two devices must be ready. Just wait for okay, switch is also ready, and now we have connections ready between these devices. So keep in mind that all switches, all ports on the switches are enabled by default, but all ports on the routers are disabled by default. So we need to turn them on manually. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.